What is your favorite conspiracy theory, whether you believe it or not? Nicolas Cage is the screen name of a pair of identical twins with vastly different acting styles and personalities. They pretend there's only one of them, so that they can take turns having an actual private life. But it's an open secret in Hollywood, and was even directly referenced in the movie adaptation, in which one of the Cage twins plays Charlie Kaufman's fictional brother, Donald. Adaption could also been a very clever way to make sure that when you type in Nicolas Cage twin it's gonna take up all the search results. The entire music industry got together and created Ticketmaster as a scapegoat. So if someone like Pearl Jam wants to raise ticket prices, it looks bad on their part. But if Ticketmaster raises prices, none of that blame goes to the band. So Eddie Vedder calls the company up, arranges the new price, gets the TM fees under the table, and as a bonus he can protest the company for extra publicity. But at the end of the day, they are all working together. I wouldn't doubt it. I remember when I was into car audio, there were many competing equipment brands that were all owned by the same 122 umbrella companies. All owned by the same 122 umbrella companies. That's normal in most industries. Big offender here is the glasses industry, where almost everything, something stupid like 80% or so, from frames to lenses, comes down to a single company. I recently heard the one about the Titanic being switched with its sister ship and sunk on purpose for insurance money. I've always been fascinated with the Titanic, so naturally this one I found to be very interesting. All rocks are soft until you go to touch them. How stoned are you? Yes. Walmart is run by vampires. In order to cater to both human and vampires, that's why Walmart stores all have a greeter at the door, so the vampires can get in, and most of them have very little natural light, not to mention that they are open 24/7. Not anymore though. Oh my god. Crossover theory with the guy in another comment, who said something about the vampires of the world actually being sick from deprivation of children's blood. So now Walmart has no need to be 24 hours, because all the vampires are too sick to go shopping? Man, this thread is fun. This shit just kinda feeds itself. I bet if I tried hard enough I could come up with a single, unified conspiracy theory that tied them all together and explained everything. All of these conspiracy theories are happening in the same universe. Mind blown. Bigfoot is an interdimensional being, and that is why we never find Bigfoot carcasses in the woods. What about two-dimensional? That way he can just turn sideways if he don't want to be spotted. Or four-dimensional, he is everywhere always, but we do not see him. The Mandela effect involving Fruit of the Loom was some kind of publicity stunt or social experiment. There's just way too many people that remember that damned cornucopia logo for it not to have existed. Also, the thought of a corporation randomly deciding to wipe all record of an oddly specific underwear logo is just glorious to me. Hang on. What? I remember that curly cornucopia. It had apple and grapes. Where did it go? Isn't it a trip? Definitely one of the most substantial mess. Other editors have tried to look deeper into it over on r/Mandela effect, and the general consensus for this one is it had to have existed at some point. But all record of it is just gone. Till someone's willing to dig up their 20-year-old underwear, we'll never know for sure what happened here. My favorite is that MK Ultra archives that are missing were the ones with successful experiments. MK Ultra is one of the creepiest and best rabbit holes to go down. It's crazy how this isn't more common knowledge. The CIA conducted mind control experiments on an intelligent Harvard student with a promising future. He ended up going crazy and mailing bombs to people. If it hadn't actually happened, it would sound like a direct-to-DVD Nicolas Cage movie script. Avril Lavigne was replaced by a lookalike in the early/mid 2000s. I know someone very close to Avril Lavigne, and I can confirm she is very strange. Sweet, but strange. I think she might be a robot. I would like to meet her. She seems like a fun person to talk to. JFK shot himself. JFK was shot by the driver. JFK's head just did that. Waitresses slash waiters ask how you foodies when you just put the fork in your mouth so you're occupied and can't respond fully in case you have a complaint. This is not a conspiracy. I'm a server and I tell people this literally all the time. I just stare at them if they do it to me tbh. The man lift operator at my job says that COVID-19 was created by China to disperse the Hong Kong protesters and it worked too well. I mean, shit, that is within the realm of possibility. Wouldn't be the first time a country has used diseases in fights. There's a version of the flat earth theory that says beyond the Antarctica ice wall is a sort of ring with more continents and oceans, with maybe another ice wall and more land and seas beyond that. It's subtly ridiculous, but a really cool thought, that all the world we know is only a small central part, a great setting for some fantasy works. They actually basically do this in Hunter x Hunter, only like the super informed hunters know about the rest of the mostly untraveled world. Honestly, when I finished the anime I truthfully wished that flat earth was real. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.